isn't the RT poster behind you, Mikey?
Oh, because it's on the good wall over there.
Like, do you even know who that is behind you? Is it you're just like, oh, that's some cool guy with a mustache? What?
Einstein? You're asking me if I know who Albert Einstein is?
Oh, that's Einstein. I didn't know who that was. I couldn't tell. Hi, everybody. We're live now. Welcome to another edition of the RTX Guardian Podcast 2015 Team Lead Interviews Edition. Special treat for everyone tonight because it's Team Awkward, a.k.a. the tech team. So we got the two team leads, Mike and Ken, here. So, guys, say hello to the no viewers right now because no one knows that we're live right now, but it'll be up, forever.
Awesome. Hello, nobody.
Thanks. Age before beauty, Ken. Good. Like it.
I'm not gonna say that question. Never mind. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Yeah, I'm older. That's what.
Okay. All right. Man, just want to make sure. Because I knew how old Ken you were because you posted it, but I didn't. Mike, sometimes you look young and sometimes you don't. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
When you get the hat,
depends on
how
many grades can be. Like my hair is nice and I'm not balding. I got a full head of hair.
Yeah, I can't say that.
But did you hear that, Mike? You thought there maybe for a minute that you were older than me. So there you go.
Well, it's because he can't see you in real time. He's got a picture of you with, MS Paint blue hair drawn on.
Oh, I thought you painted on what is it that Sikhs wear?
That's actually a hat.
A turban. That's the hat.
Is it a turban? Okay, but is that a real hat?
It looks like a frisbee.
I think that was New Year's Eve. Yeah,
that's so fluorescent. It's
my party hat, man.
That's like Fruit Loops blue.
It is.
All right. Well, since we're all chummy and everything, let's just get right into it then. You guys have been doing this for a while now. Mike, this is gonna be your fourth time, and Ken, I believe this is gonna be your third time.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys, you've always been techs.
Correct.
Well, in 2012, they didn't actually have a tech team. So I was a security guardian for the first RTX that was held in the convention center.
I gotcha.
So, which Adam decided they needed a tech team because they had emergencies on center stage. And he was like, no, we need a tech team going in. And, so when the applications for 2013 came up, I applied for that because it was there. And all of a sudden, I get the email that everybody else got with their assignments, and it said team lead. And I was like, wow, that can't be right. And so, I met Barbara, and I'm like, is this for real? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, really? And she's like, are you not comfortable doing this? I was like, I am, but I'm just kind of surprised that, I was like, you really don't know me. Like, why you would pick me as a team lead? She's like, oh, you're just very active in the forums. I was like, have you read my posts? I'm just basically a troll on the internet. I'm not like this helpful guy.
That means you're basically a hacker, though, right?
Yeah, there was never a better definition for a techie guy ever.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject, why don't you guys give a little bit of your resumes to your teams so they kind of know what your background is so they can respect you and not question your authority.
Ready, go.
First. Me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the oldest goes first, obviously, Mike. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've been working tech for, I think, 17 years now at Seton Hall University, managing all their, my official title is systems integrator, but it's really whatever you need at the time. So for the most part, I'm in charge of planning out and seeing everything through to fruition for all of our new technology on campus. And I started out, that's what I do now. I started out there just doing basic AV support and troubleshooting. And, over the years, I've just kept giving me more responsibility and it's pretty much where I'm at. We've supported a lot of high-profile events with celebrities and dignitaries. We have Gorbachev and the Kofi Annan from the UN General Secretary there. So it was
just to name drop a few.
Yeah, I feel douchey doing that, but it's like
good because you should.
Yeah, you should.
They were like, what kind of experience do you have doing like high profile events? And so like, well, yeah, I supported live events with these people, and they were like, oh, so you can handle this, and that's pretty much what it came down to.
And Ken, what about yourself?
I've been doing tech for about 23, 24 years now.
You need to update your profile then, because it says 20 years.
Yeah, well, I guess I made my profile about 3 or 4 years ago.
So it's basically the two parallels here. You got someone who's always on the site, and then someone who basically made an account so they could be a guardian.
Pretty much.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I've known some of the RT staff for a while, so I got into it that way as opposed to
gotcha.
The typical Red versus Blue fan or just Rooster Teeth fan. But yeah, I've been doing tech for like I said, like 23, 24 years. I worked for Dell for a bunch. I worked for a bunch of Fortune 500 companies and that. I just left Dell, and I just got a new job starting next week. So hooray!
Oh, congrats. And they're fine with you taking approximately a week off to do RTX, or are you only gonna be?
Oh yeah, like I have like 3 vacations planned during the summer, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can start, but you need to give me these 3 weeks of vacation. They're like, all right.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I got the new job, and I was like, hey, I have a wedding that's on a road trip, and then it turns out RTX is the week after that, so I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's nice to be wanted.
Oh yeah, it felt really good. It's like, that's fine. All right, sweet. Well, I had a question, and then I forgot it. So
this is why you have notes.
I do. I'm looking at them, but I can't read my writing.
Yeah, and you call us team awkward. Whatever.
I didn't say anything about that I was good. I just said my team's awesome. The lines are by far the best. And as I always told everyone, don't say that you do lines if you're in lines. It's just all sorts of hell. Doesn't help when you get the sniffles all the time because of all that nice pollen down there too. It's great.
Yep.
Well, okay, so Ken, so mostly computer side stuff, and Michael mostly AV. Is that kind of?
Yeah, more AV than computer, but
yeah. But with everything being so digital now, do they kind of go hand in hand? Do you guys think for being at least for the RTX experience for what you guys have to do? Is it very much kind of anyone who can do a computer can kind of handle the AV stuff and vice versa?
Yeah, so much of the AV stuff is handled by Freeman anyway.
That's true.
So
yeah.
We need more people with more experience on the computer side.
Which is why I have no idea why they picked Mike to be a team lead, but
yeah, well, whatever.
That's just because he's tall, I'm sure.
He's imposing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't hey, Mike, just be imposing and don't say anything because everyone's gonna start laughing if they hear your Jersey accent. So.
Right.
If they can understand him, but that's
right. Yeah. Do a lot of people think you're foreign?
No, only when I'm drunk does my accent really get thick and heavy. So
the entire time he's on RTX is what
right.
Well, if he's hanging out with Adam, obviously. All that stress, gotta deal with it somehow. That's why I call it Pango Bye Bye Juice.
Yeah.
That's not my joke. I shouldn't say that. That's bad.
But if you could do, I think if you have a good base knowledge of computers and what networks are and how a computer works and what a video card is and how to change it and all that stuff, that base knowledge is all you need to do to thrive on the tech team.
Oh, so then
like
monkeys can do it.
Right.
That's what they got Mike.
Run. This is picking on Mike. I love it.
Well, to be fair, Ken was slinging you so much shit when I sent him the initial email that I felt like, all right, we can just team up on Mike and it'll at least be entertaining, if not informative.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm sure he's used to it by now, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Darren used to refer to me last year as his nemesis, and I know Ken always loves to just give me hell, so I knew this was going to be fun to begin with.
It's always good times.
Yeah. But, if you've built your own gaming PC, then anything that you can do, like anything the tech needs you to do, you can do. you run the stream. So if you like to stream while you play games, then you have a good spot on the tech team.
You guys think you run a risk of getting a bunch of Twitch streamers that all they ever do is actually talk about, hey, you should check out my channel on Twitch? Because I got friends that don't really stream at all, and that's all they ever talk about because they've streamed like once.
Yeah, yes, we've had people like that.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'm going to go into that.
Fair enough. Okay, so going into something about team specific, what would you guys recommend to your team as far as stuff to bring or what mindset they should be coming with, gear to work, how many days, that kind of thing?
Tech starts a little early. When everybody else is doing the bag stuffing on Wednesday,
And singing.
And singing and chanting and
singing.
having a good time. We're busting our ass setting up the Achievement Hunter Lounge and the center stage. And for the most part, most of the center stage and Achievement Hunter Lounge Guardians aren't there yet. So we're doing all the putting stuff together. But working with David and Jason on center stage, we've got a really good working relationship with them. Basically, we share each other's Guardians when it comes to that. If anything goes wrong on center stage, and whoever is there that's able to fix it has to fix it. Center stage is the biggest priority of everything.
They just wrapped up their interview not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They seem to give you guys a lot of praise. I'm not sure if it was totally fully granted, but
apparently my check cleared. Good.
Yeah. I only caught the last 5 minutes of their stuff, but all right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
They appreciate it. Those guys know what they're doing. They run a tight ship, and the pressure's really on them because we do all the setup beforehand. Once it's live and running, we hand it off to them, and it's like, all right, now it's your problem to keep you going. Like, make sure nothing goes down. And they do a great job of that. So the other thing we work a lot with is in the panel rooms where we're making sure the streams get started and stopped when they're supposed to. Not every panel gets streamed, and not every panel gets streamed for the whole stream. So, like, we have a script where we have to follow cues to shut off the stream if they're showing content that they want to be exclusive to the live audience.
Is that typically reserved for the bigger rooms, or is that actually something that can happen even in the small rooms?
It can happen in the small rooms too. More so often than not, it happens with the stuff that's going on in room 18, the second biggest room.
Yep.
Yeah, it's usually exclusive
So,
content, like exclusive Ruby episodes or RTA episodes that can be used at the convention, things like that.
Would you say it's mostly Rooster Teeth stuff, or is it sometimes?
Yeah, for the most part, it's Rooster Teeth stuff. Any community-run panel, really, they're not showing exclusive content.
They're either
the
streaming or not.
Panel that, like, I know guaranteed they don't want anything on their panel streamed is like Mega 64.
Gotcha.
They want everyone to have the live experience. They don't want if you want to see us, come see us. That's their philosophy, and I don't blame them. So.
Yeah, and they might be worried about the libel suits as well.
Oh yeah, they probably don't want any recordings of some of the stuff they say and do. I don't think it'd be good for their legal defenses to have recorded evidence. So you guys got like a favorite story from being tech or on RTX, or a favorite RT story in general, like a hangout or anything like that? Sorry to throw you guys all on the spot. I know I'm assuming you're looking bemused as well, but I got a funny Gus story that actually happened outside of the convention center a couple years ago.
It was down in Austin.
I was at the Starbucks by the Marriott, which is like 2 blocks away from the convention center. And so sitting outside, smoking a cigarette, drinking my coffee, and I can see Gus walking down the street. And he's got his shoulders humped over. He's like shaking his head, talking to himself. He looks so stressed out. And I was like, I'm just not going to say anything to him. I'm just going to let him go. He walks past me. He gets about 10 feet past me, and I can hear somebody screaming, Gus, Gus, Gus. And he turns around, and I look, and there's this like 10-year-old kid running down the street screaming, Gus, Gus. And I look back at Gus, and he like perked up. He stood up straight. He put this big smile on his face. You know, the kid wanted his autograph, and then his father, the kid's father, was running down the street after him, and he's like, "Can we take a picture?" And you know, they took a picture, and he's like, "So, oh, thank you for coming to RTX. I hope you guys have fun." And he was all sociable, and then, you know, they took the picture, they shook his hand, they turned the corner, and Gus just went, and like moved off back down towards the convention center. I was like, wow, it's like a fucking light switch. You can turn it on and off. Like, and I was like, that's the real Gus right there that I saw. I was like,
I also have a wonderful Gus story from 2 years ago. So we needed to go. We needed some weird power adapters for video cards 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was helping you guys out that time. I remember that.
So we're like, oh yeah. Well, so we called around and we found out that one of the local computer places had it, and Gus is like, all right, I'm gonna go. He's gonna come with me, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's hit it, Gus. So Gus and I walk out to drive around in his little Prius. And we're driving. We're like I'm just uncomfortable silence, just driving along, you know, chatting now again, and then Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You" comes on the radio, and he makes no move to change it. No, he's into it, and I find this as the most. I'm like, I'm driving down I-35 with Gus, and we're listening to Whitney Houston to go get computer parts. It seemed a bit surreal at the time.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. He wanted to change it, but his heart said no.
But yeah, I said no.
Okay. That's great. What was the deal there? The power supplies only had 6-pin, but the cards needed 8-pin. Was that the deal?
Yeah, well, we needed splitters because they had 2 power adapters, and the power supplies only had 1 power lead, and it was a nightmare.
We had to buy new power supplies, and we needed the adapters.
Yeah, we
went out and bought the new power supply that had 8 pins, but it needed 2 of them. So it was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, because I've
never heard anyone curse more than Adam did. Yeah. Every time somebody came back and was like, well, we need this too. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, in the end, we had like power from the power supply to an adapter to another adapter to another adapter to the video card. So, but
sure,
you know,
a lot of loss.
It worked.
Yeah, I was kind of blown away when I was there helping you guys unpack the towers and everything. I was help taking them apart. I was like, I'm not gonna put anything in them, but I can take a computer apart, no problem. And I looked at I looked at them and I was like, wait, that's a standard box standard power supply. There's no way that's gonna handle the graphics card that they want to put in this thing. I was like, oh shit, and then just all hell broke loose from my perspective. And Adam had his little episodes. It was great.
I can tell you something definitely that Mike and I learned last year, and that is to definitely read what the shipping list is on any pallet that shows up. So for people on the tech team when they come, please don't open anything on a pallet unless we look at it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just killed Sunday. That was bad.
What happened?
I don't know if we could mention it because the company and Rooster Teeth had some PR issues over it. So yeah, we're not good. I don't think we should mention names or whatever. But somebody opened a box they weren't supposed to. That was supposed to be for somebody else, and it caused a lot of problems.
Gotcha. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure most equipment that's used at all cons is not just RTX. Most of that stuff's rented, and you're supposed to, kind of not use it if it wasn't for you, and definitely don't damage it as best you can.
Oh, that lesson we learned the year before.
Right. Right.
We tried to get a bunch of machines from HP, and Adam negotiated that. They made us buy them, but he didn't want to buy them. He just wanted to rent them, and so they're like, yeah, all right, you can buy them temporarily. And then they hit him with a nice big restocking fee, and they were not happy about that. So,
not.
yeah, they learned that they needed to get donations or rentals from now on. So
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
think that was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars of computers that he had to order for that. So
Yeah, those are like the massive. They're basically workstations, weren't they, for the Assassin's
Mhm.
Creed, right? Yeah.
yeah, Assassin's Creed in the center
that was
stage.
for AT4. Yeah.
Yeah, those things look sick. I just got done building my computer like 6 months prior to that, and I was like, oh, if only these graphics cards look so nice.
Yeah, we had to build the machines to the specs that they gave us, but we weren't allowed to touch them because they were being very protective of their code because it's an unreleased game, and I don't blame them for that either.
Right.
But we had to build these machines and then hand them to the guy, and we couldn't test it if it was going to work or not yet because they wouldn't give us the game to load on there. So that was we were sweating that one out.
Yeah, actually, I have a funny story with the Assassin's Creed show or the demo that they had there. I had never played an Assassin's Creed game before. I went in a little bit early while the guys were setting up for, I think it was Saturday, and I didn't realize the guy that was giving me lessons on how to play Assassin's Creed was actually the developer of the game. So now I feel kind of bad about it after the fact because I was absolutely horrible. And I just basically spent the whole time chasing down Kevin McCall, who I'm sure you guys remember.
You didn't notice that the guy was French?
I know he's French, but I was like, he's like a good-looking dude. I'm sure he's just like a front man or something. It turns out these French, they're all good-looking.
No.
So.
Nope. Yeah, that was all his code.
I was like, you fucking American. I'm sure that's what he's thinking. But all right, just so one more thing, and then we can just say goodnight, and we can, put this one to bed. To try to get a little bit closer with your team, is there any hobbies that you guys do that isn't RT related at all, and like nothing to do with your job or anything that you might have in common with your team members?
Mike is heavily into interpretive dance.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in a way. If I took interpretive dance, I might actually be better at this. But I'm actually in a dodgeball league, an adult dodgeball league. So
I hope it's an adult dodgeball league because otherwise you're way too old to be in a kids one.
Yeah. We go throw balls at each other for 45 minutes, and then we go out to the bar drinking. It's great. I love it.
How did you make the bridge from interpretive dance to dodgeball? That's
because he's got the fancy moves.
Yeah.
It gives you all the benginess, like doing yoga or ballet. Gives you that flexibility.
So you took the lessons from NHL and NFL, like big bruiser guys. Who's like, I'm going to do ballet in the off season, so I'm all dainty on my feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what's the equivalent on season for you? Is it the bar afterwards, or do you have another sport that you do?
The league runs a bunch of different sports. So yeah, we play like softball and kickball and flag football and stuff like that too.
But dodgeball,
dodgeball is my favorite out of all of them.
Is that your best one?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably. My team gave me the nickname Magic Hands, so I guess.
Oh my god! I'm gonna look up what the average price of a dodgeball costs, just so we can test your skills at the convention when it's empty.
I could bring a couple if you want.
He's dainty and he has magic hands. Dainty magic hands. I'm not going to forget this, Mike.
I got one somewhere around here.
Dainty Mike. Oh, I was gonna say your nickname should be Jersey Mike because that'd be funny, but now Dainty Mike sounds so much better.
Oh, fantastic!
Jersey Mikes. All right, we can say goodbye, guys, if you want.
No, we didn't get to out Ken's dirty secret. No,
that's right.
not
Ken, Ken, what do you do? I forgot. You almost got away with this. What do you do?
God damn it!
Not masturbating.
Yeah, well, that's a given, but
right. That's what's a not.
Not right now, but
right. Everyone's got their thing.
Well, yeah, we can't see your live video, so we have no idea what you're up to right now.
That's true. There's reasons for that. Anyway, I love to ride sport bikes or motorcycles. I live in Texas, so of course I love to shoot things. So I have a gun safe full of guns to go shoot things. That's always fun. Other than that, anything that goes fast or has little blinking lights on it is something that I typically enjoy playing with.
Fast and blinking lights. So you're a fan of Tron?
Love Tron.
Love Tron. I mean, it's a tech thing, obviously, but, got that motorcycle kind of vibe going on, too.
Absolutely. If I had a camera, you could see the Tron poster that's hanging up behind me.
Nice.
If I had a camera. If I could be bothered to hook up my camera.
I said that's the thing. I'm the tech guy who doesn't even have a camera because when I left Dell, that was my laptop that had a camera on it. So now I'm just.
Oh, they took it away from you? That's evil.
Yeah, they did take it away from me. It's awful.
I just thought you were afraid of Skynet. You didn't want it to know your face.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone, that was another edition of the RTX Guardian Podcast 2015 Team Leads Edition. That was Ken. You can find him at Ken F on the site, I believe.
Indeed.
And that is Michael, also known as Blutonian. So check the guys out. Say hey if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time.
Word.
Adios.